What is up, y'all? We are 16 weeks out from my very first marathon in Cape Cod on October 12th. And we're gonna start a new series. We're gonna start a marathon training series for the next 16 weeks. So let's freaking get it. We have 3 runs this week. Today is run number 1. It's Tuesday. We're running 5 easy miles. So Tuesday is my easy run, which means easy pace. So we're gonna be running it anywhere from like a 10 to a 10:30 pace. So let's get ready, let's get it.
He can play the honky tonk like anything, saving it up Friday night with the Sultans, with the Sultans of Swing. And a crowd of young boys, they're fooling around in the corner, and dressing their best brown baggies in their platform soles. They don't give a damn about any trumpet playing band. It ain't what they call rock and roll.
Yeah.
Mile 1 done. Wifey's here. 4 more miles to go. Usually running in the Austin morning, it's very humid. Obviously, you don't get the sun, but you get like 80-90% humidity, which in the afternoon, it's like 90s, dead sun, but no humidity. So there's a big trade-off, but we choose morning running every time. Say hi. All right, 2 miles done. Woo, feeling pretty good. I would say head feels good, mindset feels good, lungs are good. I would say the only thing is my legs are a little heavy from my Saturday long run, but overall, pretty good run. Woo! Yep, getting it. All right, 3 miles done, 2 more to go. 4 miles done, last one, baby. Obviously, the marathon is gonna be hard, but training for the marathon in the Texas summer, I don't know. I think that's gonna be even harder. This morning actually wasn't that bad, 74 degrees, 85% humidity, but there's been some mornings where I'm running and I'm starting my run in the morning and it's already 82 and 90% humidity. But I actually didn't even know, I'm a really new runner. This is my first marathon. I didn't know how much temperature like actually makes a difference on how well you run, but it is dramatic. All right, so we got the 5 easy miles done. I would say today I actually did a really good job of making them easy miles, but it is hard. It's hard to do easy miles. You're supposed to stay in zone 2, which for me is like 140 to 155 beats per minute. And you're supposed to stay there. And for me, that's like a 10 to 10:30 pace. And it's fucking hard, but I'm getting a lot better at actually like slowing down, controlling your paces, and making these easy miles actually easy. I'm a very, very sweaty lad, and this amount of sweat is actually from a non-sweaty day, like 74 degrees out, but here we go.
Oh my God, that's disgusting.
Oh, are you happy to see your dad? You want to stretch? You want to stretch with dad? Okay. All right. In all seriousness, one thing that I've definitely learned since starting my marathon training, which by the way, I've made a lot of mistakes. I'll probably do a separate vlog on all the mistakes that I've made. But one of those mistakes was not doing any post-run recovery. I would just like go about my day. And I've had hip pain already, I've had knee pain already, I've had back pain already. And I would say that a big attribution to that is not doing any post-run recovery. So now what I'll try to prioritize, I'm certainly not perfect and definitely could be better. But one thing I'll try to prioritize is stretching right after. And honestly, it's I think it's like a miracle. I think it's actually crazy because I'll get some like right knee pain, and it's really just like kind of like tendonitis, but then I'll come back, I'll stretch, and that knee pain will immediately go away. So I don't spend too long stretching, you know, maybe like 10, 15 minutes max. And I don't foam roll post run either. I only foam roll before my run, except for my feet. I will foam roll my feet after my run because I do get a little bit of like feet cramping, I would say. So I try to foam roll that out as well. So for the stretching, I'll do about 2 minutes, like full double hamstring stretch. I'll do like a minute each side on like each leg for each hamstring. So like in total, I'm doing like 3 minutes of hamstrings. I feel like they get really tight. And then I'll focus on the hips. So I'll do a couple minutes on each hip. And then from there, I'll work on like my lower back a little bit, and then I'll call it. I want to take a second and also talk about why I even signed up for this marathon in the first place. So you guys know I want to live a big life, and for a long time that meant just having a massive business. But now I'm starting to think, you know, yes, I want to have a massive business, not just monetarily, but also an impact. You know, I want to have a large social media following and make a big impact, all that stuff, right? But also, since I've been very young, I've been very obsessed with doing very hard physical challenges. And now in my later years of life, I think I want that to be a part of I know I want that to be a part of my resume in terms of my life resume. So that's why I signed up for the marathon. Now there's a couple of other sub points there. One is only 1% of America has ran a marathon. I think that's really cool. I want to be a part of that 1%. The other thing is and I was having this conversation with Caitlin about like legacy, and I think a lot about like my Molyneux legacy. Like, how am I going to be remembered in my family tree? I think that's really important to me, and I think that those individuals like in my family tree will actually remember the person I was and the things that I did, where in the grand scheme of people, it's more unlikely that they will remember anything that you do. But your family tree, like I asked my grandma about their parents and the things they accomplished, and I ask, you know, about my grandpa, and I like remember my lineage and the things that they have accomplished. My grandpa, probably being the most accomplished Molyneux, is actually in the Candy Hall of Fame for bringing Altoids from the UK to America, which is pretty crazy. Now, in terms of physical feats, my Aunt Sarah has done 3 marathons. So for me to eclipse her, I would have to run 4, which obviously that's, you know, part of the reason why I'm signing up for my first one here. I do wish in hindsight that I started this much younger, being 30. Obviously I'm still really young, but you know, being 20, it definitely would be a lot easier. And I was really fit when I was 20, and I kind of lost fitness, as you guys know, so I have to kind of gain that back. But also, not only do I want to try to beat my Aunt Sarah's record for marathons, I also want to run a 100-mile race. Like, I would love to get into the world of ultra marathons. And no Molyneux has ever done that. So I would love to have on my resume that I ran 100 miles. I would love to beat my Aunt Sarah's record of 3 marathons. And yeah, I mean, there's other physical endeavors that I would like to do. I'm not too sure if I would want to do an Ironman. Swimming is, I don't know, it's kind of something that scares me, but maybe that's the reason why I should do an Ironman. So that's another reason why I'm doing this. And then honestly, you know, all the accolades are great. The family history is great. Being in the 1% of people to do a marathon is great. But I really think that what this is about is a lot about what this year is about for me. And as you guys know, I'm you know, getting my edge back and, you know, finding I feel like this is really about a year of finding myself. And like I said, when I was younger, there were so many physical feats that I would do, and I just cared so much about like pushing myself physically, and I feel like I lost that. And I feel like really what this marathon is about getting that side of me back that I truly do and did miss. Obviously I'm in the middle of this training block, but there's nothing more that I love than like waking up and doing a hard training session or like training for something. I just always have loved the training for something. And I found this out in college really, because I played college lacrosse. I loved the training more than I loved playing lacrosse. And I think that's probably true about, you know, even in the marathon. I'm probably gonna like the training for the marathon better than I even like the marathon itself. And, you know, I like the way it makes me feel. I like the way that it makes me think. I like the way, I just like the person that it helps me become, and hopefully, you know, it inspires other individuals, me documenting this journey as well. I would say those are really the main reasons why I signed up for this marathon. And, you know, I hope I really love the race and this becomes, you know, a big part of who I am. All right, run 1 of the week is in the books. I'll see you guys at run 2 where we got some speed work. I'll see you there. All right, we are at the track. This is day number 2 this week that we are running. This is my first track workout of the marathon prep. So this is a really easy one. It's only 6 times around, so 6 by 400 meter repeats, and the pace that we're holding is an 8:45. So really not like, I'm not sprinting, I'm not jogging either, it's somewhere in the middle. But like I said, the pace that I'm trying to run for this marathon is a 9-minute mile. So first speed workout of the training marathon, of the training block. Let's get it.
So about you. That's fine.
All right, lap 1 done. I totally overestimated.
We went way too fast.
I did my first one at a 7:30 pace. It was supposed to be a 8:45 pace. This is gonna be by far the hardest thing for me, is like hitting the pace on the dot. But first lap in the books, let's get number 2.
See ya. You got it, baby. Good job, baby. Yeah. Nice.
Okay, 7:27 again. I fucked up.
How do you keep going so fast?
I just keep thinking I'm gonna like,
Charge out the gate?
I just keep thinking it's gonna be slower than it is,
No.
but it's not. So
Slower takeoff?
yeah, I gotta do a slower takeoff.
All right,
I gotta start slower.
here we go.
Whew. Get him.
Thanks, baby.
You got this.
All right, here we go. Lap 2?
Lap 2.
All right,
See ya. Yeah. Getting it.
That was exactly 8:20, 8:12. So a
Nice.
little bit slower.
Good job. Good job.
Maybe
How'd it feel?
much better than the first one.
Nice.
There he goes.
All right, trying to slow it way down for this one. We're still at a 7:40 pace, so we'll slow down even more. This is hard. This is hard. I fucked up, so I have to go a little further. Okay. So
Look at you glistening.
lap 3 done. Still says I'm at a 7:29 average pace,
Holy shit.
but the 7:29 feels easier, so I guess we're just gonna go for it. Track work is like a different level of getting out of breath. So like when you go for a long run, you can kind of get into rhythm, right? You can fix your breathing. When it comes to the track work, I feel like boom, you hit it more instantly. And when you come back and you finish, you're like fighting to catch your breath. I like it, I definitely think I like the long runs better, but this is definitely fun, and it definitely adds a variant to the marathon training. Lap 5, 7:10 pace. Let's keep it up. All right, lap 5 done. Our average pace is, let's see, we're at 2020 for distance. We're at 7:25 average pace. We got 1 lap left, and then we're done. So short workout, but definitely hard, especially in the Texas heat. Last lap, 7:25. Let's finish strong.
Here he comes. Oh yeah, baby. Strong, strong man. Strong man. That was your last lap. Last lap, all done. I just have 1 more to go, then we're finished.
That was good.
You looked good out there.
Yeah,
Big man moving.
let's see how we finished. Yeah, this is fun.
Yeah, I liked it.
I do like going longer better, I think.
Yeah, this is hard.
I mean, this is hard, but I think I just like, hold on, sorry. I just like going longer,
Yeah,
just because I feel like I can be in more control.
right. You like maintain more of your breath and stuff.
Yeah,
I feel like this one's hard to get into like a breath because you're just like really pushing the whole time.
right. Sorry, I'm just trying to see what my average pace was.
Yeah, that first one, thinking back to, we were sprinting.
Average pace was 7:26 for the whole workout.
That's good.
It was supposed
That's
to be
really good.
45, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, honestly, because I want to run a 9-minute, doing 8:45 isn't going to train me to run a 9-minute. I feel like
No, yeah, you'd have to go faster.
a lot faster than that.
For sure.
All right, good workout.
Love you. I just got cleaned by ants.
All right, last lap, baby.
Last lap.
Go out there and push it.
I thought, but
Harder than you thought? Yeah. Well, just be happy you're not on the football team.
no, exactly. Pretending like they're yelling at me.
All right, go get it.
Yeah.
Nice, keeping that consistent. Nice. Good shit, baby.
Thanks.
All right, first track workout in the bag. Like I said, it's fun. It's gonna be a good variable. I don't think it's my favorite. So every week I have an easy run, I have a track workout or a speed run, and then I have the long run. And I would say the long run is probably my favorite run. I just like the challenge of it. I like the fact that you can get in a rhythm and a cadence, and I feel like you get a better runner's high from the long run than the short, quick track workouts. But obviously these are very necessary, right? Like I'm running my long runs comfortably at like a 10-minute mile pace, and I'm trying to do this marathon at a 9-minute mile pace, sub 4 hours. So these track workouts are probably the most important, even though they aren't my favorite. All right, so that's my second run of the week. We got one more run this week, and that is the long run. I'll see you there. All right, here we are, run number 3 for the week. All right, so this is the long run. We do these on Saturday mornings. Today we got 13 miles. This is the longest run of training. We got our pack on with electrolytes, and we're ready to rock, baby. 13 miles. Let's do it. Saturday long runs are by far my favorite run of the week. I just love knowing that on a Saturday morning, I'm out here running 13 miles while most people are hungover. I also love the peace of it. It's so quiet. And I love the challenge of it being a long run too. Mile 1, donezo. 2 miles done, baby. Already sweating like a pig. 3 miles done. Whew. It's hot already. 4 miles done. We've slowed down the pace significantly. We're at like a 10:40 pace. Feels so much better. 5 miles done. We're 51 minutes in. Whew. Not feeling great. Because I've ran this trail so many times, I take for granted how beautiful it is. But if you're a runner and you're in Austin, you gotta run the Lady Bird Lake Trail. Running is so weird. 1 mile, you could feel like shit. And then the next mile, you could feel like you're on top of the world. It is such a roller coaster ride. We're 6 miles done, 7 miles done. Still feeling pretty good. Honestly, it's 7:30 right now. Usually I start at this time, And starting an hour earlier makes such a difference with the Texas heat. The sun is behind the clouds right now. It's still not scorching hot. A light breeze. Chef's kiss. I doubled up my electrolytes this time. 3 gels, and then these 2 things have 500 milligrams of sodium in them. And last time I just filled these with water. It's making a world of difference. All right, 5 miles to go, 8 miles down. All right, we got 9 miles done, 4 more to go. All right, we're 10 miles in, got 3 more miles left. Easy breezy, 11 miles done. Just 2 more miles. All right, 12 miles done. We're on our last mile here. Woo! 13 miles done. My legs are very, very stiff. Honestly, my 13 miles felt better than my 12 miles last week. Mostly because I think I properly fueled. Like I told you guys, usually those 2 water jugs are just water, but I added electrolytes, so it was a total of 1,000 milligrams of sodium in there. And it definitely made a big difference. Still very tired, but like I don't feel as fatigued. And then my lovely wife brings extra water, extra electrolytes,
And a laundry basket.
and
Those nasty
a laundry basket for my nasty clothes, which I know I showed you guys what my shorts look like after 5 miles. Let me show you what they look like after 13 miles. And also look at the shoes. Running on that trail, it's all pretty much dirt and mud. So every time I run on it, I ruin the shoes. And white shoes was probably not a good choice. Okay, I showed you after 5.
Hold it up a little higher.
This is after 13. Oh, not as bad actually.
Oh,
Still pretty bad, but hold on, let's get another good one.
ew. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Imagine drinking that. Saturday long run is in the bag. I definitely got the runner's high. I was telling Caitlin, honestly, my favorite part of the whole entire week is Saturday. From the second I wake up, I do my run, and then like 2 to 3 hours after my run, I just feel like I'm on fire. So from like 6 a.m. to 1 o'clock on Saturday, I think is the best time in the whole entire week. All right, that is gonna be the conclusion of this vlog. That is, we're 16 weeks out. This is a full week of marathon training. We're gonna keep this series up. So if you're interested in watching my journey to my very first marathon, the Cape Cod Marathon, and on October 12th, then make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.